Good evening and welcome to this very special edition in which we will be looking back at what we believe to have been the biggest, hottest, most interesting and most innovative product and system launches of the past year. As you can see, we have some very festive snow. There's a Christmas jumper, and I do realise that it is very early to be doing all of these things, but between now and the big day, we have to squeeze in our 200th Breakfast show, plus our What to Buy Your Digger for Christmas, and we're also working on our Attachments live show, which will air on the evening of Wednesday the 19th of January 2022, which is almost upon us. So hopefully you can forgive me for being just a little bit premature. I can tell you that we actually started with a long list of more than 40 candidates for tonight's show, and it's been very, very difficult to whittle it down to just 12 individual products. In fact, the standard has been so exacting that some of my personal favourites, most notably the latest electric machines from Volvo and that stunning Hydromet cab that we brought you a few weeks ago, didn't even make it into the top, the final countdown. So before we bring you the first product, just a bit, very quick bit of housekeeping. We're doing two prize draws tonight, both of them for a mystery box of goodies and branded merch. Excuse me 1 second. Got a bit of a frog in my throat, I'm afraid. So we've got our two boxes of merch, one of which is going to be big, the other one just a little bit smaller, but it's going to be absolutely rammed with t-shirts and goodies of every hue. So in order to enter that, all you need to do is to type Jingle Bells into the chat, and that will enter you into the prize draw. I will be running a ticker across the bottom of the screen in just a second, just to remind you of exactly what the code words are to enter the draw tonight, and our randomizer will pick the winner towards the end of the show. So while I'm getting ready to roll that ticker, let me know where you are in the world, where you're watching from. And as we're about to start, make yourself very, very comfortable. I'm going to roll a quick word from our sponsor, and then I'll add the ticker across the bottom of the screen, and we'll get the show very much on the road. The X-Watch suite of safety solutions has attracted major OEM dealers and some of the largest names in the UK plant hire industry, who now specify X-Watch systems as standard when customers specify height and slew limitations. Join the safety revolution. Just visit xwatch.co.uk. Now let's get that ticker running across the bottom of the screen. As you can see, to enter our prize draw, just type the word Jingle Bells into the chat. Right, according to the song, this one should be accompanied by 12 drummers drumming. We don't have 12 drummers drumming, so you'll have to make do with this. Storming into the number 12 spot on our 12 Days of Christmas is Hitachi's new Dash 7 range of excavators. And here is what they look like. Huge congratulations to Hitachi for making it onto the shortlist. And if you'd like to see more of them in action, our good friend Nick Drew, more of Nick in just a second, has actually been out to see Champion Groundworks, who are actually using the machines already. So go and check out the Diggerman blog, and I'm sure you'll be able to find more about those machines over there. So, who comes in next? 2021 has been notable for many things. The rise and rise of electric machines, the growing use of remote controls. Well, one product managed to combine both of those trends, and in the absence of 11 Pipers piping, I'm going to ask my Construction Collective colleague Nick Drew to tell us more.
Thanks, Mark. Well, my first nomination for the top 12 of 2021 has to go to the Kovaco Elise 900 all-electric skid steer, which we got an exclusive opportunity to go and test drive up at Abeljo, and we were also joined there by Finlay Bassett of Kovaco UK, who was keen to tell us about all the features on this new machine. Really unique bit of kit, and I was lucky enough to get hands-on with it, so let's go take a look.
Finlay, you are the electric man of the moment. You've brought these pieces of equipment into the UK. Tell me all about them. What are they called?
Well, first off, Peter, thanks very much for inviting us today. Kovaco are the manufacturer of these machines, and at present we are the first and only manufacturer of a fully electric skid steer loader.
And that's why we're here today, folks. Fully electric skid steer loader. This hasn't been an overnight exercise, though, has it, Finlay?
Absolutely not.
These machines, folks, have been designed over a number of years. And what I love about this, earlier we were talking, these machines are connected assets. So everybody's been looking about how these machines work, because it's GPS enabled, computer enabled, and you even come with a free phone, folks. Everybody gets a free phone with this machine. Why is that? It's because that free phone is a remote control, isn't it, Finlay?
Well, it actually acts as the dashboard inside the cab.
Yeah.
You can download the application onto your mobile phone, onto an iPad, onto any device with a screen, basically, and that will give you the readouts of what the machine is doing, but it will, as you pointed out earlier on, act as a remote control for you.
Thanks to both Nick Drew and to our roving reporter, Peter Haddock, for giving us the lowdown on that one. And speaking of the good Mr. Haddock, we're about to enter the top 10 with a machine that combines the very best from Liebherr, Leica and Encon. While I deal with the 12 lords of leaping about the place, I'm going to hand over to Peter Haddock as he saw this one in the flesh.
Well, of course, Mark, one of the really key things about the industry is those that are early adopters of technology. And I've found somebody this year, Richard Baker, who really is an early adopter. He took on board the Encon and Leica Geosystems, connected that up through their Copilot a few years ago, and basically now he's just taken delivery this year of a Liebherr 920 excavator, one of the new excavators, fully kitted up, Scandinavian light bars, amazing seat, the whole kit and caboodle, and it's like an absolute palace in there, really. And Richard talked to me on site with one of his key customers, Chasetown Civil Engineering, to say why he picked that machine and the full spec that includes the Encon tilt rotator, lots and lots of attachments, and of course the 3D machine control with Leica Geosystems, the Copilot system that helps him utilise the tilt rotator with the machine. So a fantastic story, this one, Mark.
We've been very busy. We decided to invest in a new machine, a little bit bigger for a bit more sort of capacity, a bit more production, and we're over the moon with it.
You've been crunching the numbers around productivity, around cost, around the amount of plant on site, and obviously therefore your impact to the environment and fuel burn. Tell me about the sort of numbers, Richard.
We reckon in the past 2 years that we've been using MC1 and Encon combined, we reckon that we've reduced our labour by 45%.
Wow.
We've reduced the amount of plant on site by 66%, the machine was spec'd from Liebherr as like Leica ready.
Yep.
So all the different positions for fastening all the sensors and that, they all came sort of on the machine from their factory. And then it was spec'd to a very high spec. We've had the best cab that you can have with like dark windows and the premium seat and footrests and sun blinds, and you know, it's got everything in there apart from the kitchen sink really.
There's one important thing that you've done with Liebherr as well, isn't it? And that's the lighting package on this. Tell me about that.
I think in total it's got 18 or 20 Nordic lights on it. So usually 4 are probably enough, but I'm sure there's about 18 on it. And they've put a lighting package together, or 2 of their lighting packages, and then also they've fabricated Scandinavian style light bars with like flashing LEDs and marker lights.
Many thanks for that, Peter. You can catch a full-length video on that machine over on the Content with Media YouTube channel right now. And we will be hearing a little more from the good Mr. Haddock a little later in the show. Before I tell you what is at number 9, don't forget to type the words Jingle Bells into the chat for your chance to win one of 2 goodie boxes that we have on offer this evening. Safety has been a constant theme throughout all of the Construction Collective shows over the past year. And while 9 ladies dancing sounds very appealing, I don't think anything has made quite as big a contribution to safety as the system you're about to see. That really is lighting the way. Now, I've just noticed, I don't know quite what it is. It must be something to do with the Surrey air. We seem to have quite narrow snow. The snow doesn't go all the way to the edge. Not entirely sure what's going on there. Now, bearing in mind, let me see. Let me just play this one very, very quickly. Yeah, bearing in mind that we've just experienced a global pandemic, various national and international lockdowns, and material shortages as far as the eye can see, I've been genuinely astonished at the sheer volume of new machines that some companies have introduced over the past 12 months. JCB, Hitachi, Bobcat and Doosan have all been exceptionally busy in the new equipment department, but so too have the makers of the machine that comes in at number 8 on our 12 Days of Christmas.
Kovaco is well known for its well-performing, heavy, short-radius excavators like the SK230SR and the SK270SR because of their excellent drawbar pull, swing torque, smooth hydraulic system, high lifting performance and low fuel consumption. We are introducing an even heavier model to suit customer requirements in applications that need more power and lifting performance in cramped job sites. The SK380SR is the heaviest short radius excavator available in the market. The SK380SR is complying with stage 5 of exhaust emission regulations. Its operating weight ranges between 36 and 38 ton depending on the configuration. This makes it the heaviest SR model in the industry. The undercarriage of this machine is a long crawler type for excellent stability and performance. The machine is available with either mono boom or two-piece boom. The arm is a heavy-duty type with rock card. The boom cylinder diameter is the biggest within this segment for excellent lifting performance. Extra nibbler and breaker piping, object handling kit and preparation for quick hitch piping are part of the standard configuration. The machine has a clean exterior for safety and efficiency. The operator has an excellent all-round view, also including the right-hand side. And also it is equipped with a 30-ton class hydraulic pump. Filters are easy accessible in the pump compartment. The swing motor is 35-ton class, and also the undercarriage is a 35-ton class undercarriage with 600, 700, 800 and 850 mm shoes available. The SK380SR has a large operator cabin, ROPS and FOPS level 2 compliant. The FOPS is openable. The seat is branded as suspension type. The radio is DAB+ with Bluetooth and hands-free functionality. The air conditioning fans are ergonomically placed around the operator, and the machine has specific features for easy handling of objects like swing priority, heavy lift and independent travel. The SK380SR is the heaviest SR model in the market. The lifting performance, swing torque, dedicated lifting features and compact dimensions make this machine suitable for any job site.
That was actually just one of a number of new Kovaco machines we could have chosen, and I think you'll agree. That one was far more interesting than 8 Maids A-Milking. Now, as someone who spends his every waking hour talking about, writing about, or thinking about the field of demolition, I am delighted to see the sector represented on this list. So while I guide these 7 swans back to their swimming, let's take a look at what comes in at number 7. It's particularly pleasing to note that that K100 system, the quick change boom system, was actually developed right here in the UK by Kovaco UK up in Berkeley. Right, we are at the halfway mark, at least we are in terms of the top 12 countdown. So it's time to hear from our sponsor once again. The X-Watch suite of safety solutions has attracted major OEM dealers and some of the largest names in the UK plant hire industry, who now specify X-Watch systems as standard when customers specify height and slew limitations. Join the safety revolution. Just visit xwatch.co.uk. And before we crack on with the second half of the show, don't forget to type the words Jingle Bells into the chat to win one of 2 goodie boxes that we are giving away tonight. Now, while some of us have been stuck right here in the UK in the freezing cold, some managed to escape, albeit briefly. Here is Peter Haddock once again to tell us more.
Yes, Mark, one of the really cool things I was able to do this year is a bit of a busman's holiday to Malaga, the training facility for Caterpillar in Europe, Middle East and Africa, to see the brand new Cat M315 wheeled excavator, the next generation version. And I met Siggy, who is one of the senior operators at the demonstration facility, who took me around the machine, told me all about the new features. And in particular, you know me, I like a bit of technology, so there's plenty in this one. And also they've got the 2D grade control that's already built in and can be brought up to 3D. So a really exciting machine, Mark. So I got Siggy to talk to me all about it.
So what we've got here is a brand new product that really is going to appeal to many different people. There's other features on here, like there's increased swing, and there's also the hydraulics have been really ramped up on this machine so that we can have something quite special at the end of it, Siggy.
This machine is equipped with the TRS-10, or the tilt rotator. What's the, let's say, the good thing on this one? He's integrated in the machine. What it means is we have 2 high pressure lines. Normally a normal excavator have a high pressure and a medium pressure, but this one have a 2 high pressure lines. What's allowed me? There's nothing, if I can use all the functions and nothing slowed down. It's equipped with, you see, grade control. What means this? We have the grade control, and also, maybe I show you, I will go on top. You see here some receivers, and that means also equipped with 3D. This is built now in the machine and it makes a huge difference. It's for me, I'm an operator. Okay, maybe I have to do a level, I can just bench my level, and then I see, of course, that is not with assist today, but it's with the virtual. I see I'm always still on my grade, and that means allowed me, I don't have to check my level. I see everything from my monitor. I can check from my monitor.
This is 21.7 miles an hour that you can do to get from job site to job site. And that's really important when you look at the versatility of the machine, isn't it?
Of course, you want to go quickly to the job site, and here's allowed. Of course, you can have, depend on the country. So you could talk about miles, I talk about kph, and that means I can go 40 kilometers per hour, close to. Of course, some countries, they say, okay, I reduce the speed, they go 20 kilometers per hour, or let the customer want to go 20. It's not a problem, you can adjust this one, but if you want, you can go fast.
It's compact radius, so it is naturally going to be safer on site for the operators. You've got a brand new capability with the new tilt rotator from Caterpillar on there. You've got a fantastic cab, so Siggy is really happy to do his work. You've got a stage 5 engine, and you've also got beefed up hydraulics, and its swings capability is there. It's faster, isn't it, on the swing?
I can adjust the swing how I need it. Maybe I have to swing more, I can adjust to be faster, I can slow it down, depend on what I'm doing. And it was not in the previous machines, it was only, maybe you remember as well, maybe like fine swing they call it. Today I can adjust really for what application I need.
And so really it's got everything that we can imagine put into this machine, and it's got the technologies that people like Cat Grade Control are familiar with the tilt rotator, with all of those functionalities. Siggy, it's time for you to get into the machine, mate.
Peter had it goes to Spain, and I didn't get so much as a postcard, but I did get a very good video. He just left me here to sort out the 6 geese a laying, just to keep the theme going. You can catch a full-length version of Peter's film from Malaga over on the Content with Media YouTube channel right now. Now, I should be singing this bit, but I'm not going to. I will save you all that. It is time for the 5 gold rings entrant to our 12 Days of Christmas countdown. And to tell you who claimed the number 5 position is the man who was among the first to actually take one of these bad boys for a spin, Mr. Nick Drew.
Thanks, Mark. For my second nomination, I'd like to nominate the new Case 695 SV backhoe loader, which once again, I had an exclusive chance to go and try this machine that had been brought in under secrecy from Italy, and I travelled up north to try it out. And I've got to say, you know, brand new cab on it, very spacious, and with the new Stage 5 engine, it's really got some push, and I was very impressed with that. So yeah, let's go and take a look at that.
Many thanks for that, Nick, and congratulations to the team at Case for making it into the top 5. I was planning to have 4 calling birds dropping by for this part, but a pokey office is no place for such fine animals, so you'll just have to make do with me and my imitation snow. There has been a real drive of late to make machines multifunctional Swiss Army knives that are equally a home across a range of applications. But our next machine was designed to tackle a single very important application and to do it incredibly well.
Productivity wise, normally our round mender with a 2-man gang will do between 20 and 25 square metres a day. With this machine today we've done 63 square metres. I brought an extra 2 men in just for the volume of materials we're using, but it's more or less doubled the workload of what we're putting out in a day. Cost per pothole is one of the things that the KPIs we've got on the contract with Walsall Council we have to report back on every month, and an average of what it costs across, as I said, the range of different types of work we get. We have to do a cost evaluation of that cost per pothole. I say we've actually got the client officer come out last week when we saw the patches we've got to do and extended the size of the patches so we can pull in more of the scabby road, if you like, next to it and extend the size of the patches, which makes the value of the roads better, the quality of the roads better, and includes the cost while we're there. We do it in one go, one set of traffic management, so it's all those sort of costs you've got to take into benefit as well. It's reduced a lot of manual labour, it's speeded up the process, it's meant we can do bigger patches in one day, which saves traffic management and costs. One of the other benefits we've seen over the last 2 days as well is the 360 vision the driver's got. The people working in close proximity to this vehicle can be seen by the driver, they can see the driver. Having one machine that does 3 jobs is going to mean less people on site, so there's less chance of machinery and people getting into physical contact.
Now, as you have probably worked out, we have just 3 more items to show you, so the time to enter our prize draw is fast running out. Don't forget to type the word Jingle Bells into the chat to win one of 2 goodie boxes we're giving away tonight, and don't forget also you can enter as many times as you like from as many different accounts as you like. We will register all of them. It's time to find out who came in at number 3. The Health and Safety Executive here in the UK recently issued guidance on the safe operation of wheel loaders in waste and recycling applications. That was clearly a concern also for the team at Doosan that designed the highly innovative system you're about to see. If that's not worthy of three French hens, then I don't know what is. And so it all comes down to this, the top two. But who gets the turtle doves and who gets the partridge in a pear tree? Well, we're about to find out. Let's go over to Peter Haddock for the final time this evening to see who made it into the number 2 position.
Yes, Mark, for my next one, it's really not just about machines. It's about how you're going to use them in the future. And for me, what really stood out this year, and what shocked me quite a lot actually, was the fact that a phone like this iPhone I have in my hand is basically going to be used as a remote control device for Bobcat skid steers. And this was a fascinating story we covered, and I know a lot of people were talking about it. It's about designing machines in a way in which we can use them safely and multifunctionality, as such, if that's a real word, have phones, and we know how to use these phones, and so using these as a device that can basically remote control a device where we're at a safe distance. Fascinating, Mark. So that's another reason why I think technology is coming into its own. Don't reinvent the wheel. It's right here. Just let us use it as a remote control. Fantastic.
Many thanks indeed for that, Peter. There was a lot of debate over that one, and there was a very strong argument for Bobcat actually taking the top spot. But they were beaten ultimately by a company whose name has really become synonymous with innovation over the past few years. I will reveal all in just a second, but first let me just remind you that we'll be doing our prize draw immediately after we announce the 12 Days of Christmas winner. So you have approximately 3 minutes to type the words Jingle Bells into the chat. So here we are, the top spot, the head honcho, the grand fromage of 2021. In truth, we could have chosen 4 or 5 products from this manufacturer as our eventual winner. The product you're about to see that we're about to end on is merely representative of a year of ceaseless development from a company that has really redefined the term innovation. So here we are. Here is our number 1, the partridge in the construction collective pear tree.
It's an amazing feeling. We dreamt of this from the start, and I think it shows that partnership is the new leadership. We started out with Lego bricks. We did a great team effort, and now I think we're all really proud to present and see the Sooks in real life. It's a dream come true.
The biggest advantage with this compared to conventional machine is that we have a hinge here, and that's the element for the scissor frame, as we call it. So we have a lower frame with a drivetrain, axles, transmission and such, an electric motor to propel it. And we have an upper frame which houses the batteries and the hydraulic system and such. And also the loading unit is attached on upper frame.
Yeah, we had a really good cooperation with our colleagues in Eskilstuna, where the body parts were built, where the hydraulic was integrated, where the wire harness was integrated. And then the machine comes over here to Cons, and yeah, we started the software development and we made the adaptations to connect it to our remote operation system.
The Electro 3 is a wheel loader concept designed for construction site tasks. It can have a bucket or a pallet fork in front, and it's usable for various tasks. We selected this size because here we have the commonality with components from the electric L25 that we recently launched.
I mean, most enjoyable is going from scratch to a machine standing there and then start to be operational. I mean, it's always great following up on an idea and see that it works.
Now we have the prototype built. Next phase is to test and tune the prototype and see how efficient and such it will be. But the biggest question that we have still ahead of us is really how to collaborate with this machine at the construction site. And here we would like to have collaboration with our potential customers.
Yeah, of course, the first time when the machine was moving and doing the scissor movement, lifting the tail up, that was a great moment and really fun to see.
It has been a fantastic journey from the very beginning in this project, with the collaboration with Lego Group and also with the prototype build. And now we have an interesting phase ahead of us with commissioning and testing and tuning of the machine.
We've shown that even in very difficult times, we can reach those ambitious targets if we play together. The cross-functional work among many sites and among many people has made it possible to achieve those goals. And I'm very proud to be head of this department.
One thing I really enjoyed was that we could get Lego Technic designers and kids to help us to think outside of the box in our fairly traditional construction industry. And I think that is what helps us push the boundaries in our industry.
Right, I think I can lose the snow for now. A massive congratulations to the fine folks at Volvo for coming out on top. I don't think there really shouldn't have been any questions. They've been, as Peter rightly put in the chat there, they've been absolutely relentless. It seems like every week they come up with something else that truly boggles the mind.